Today we're gonna blind taste test 7 frozen pepperoni pizzas. Coming up right now. This is the first batch of the pizzas. Those look, I think, better than last time. As far as the rules go here, we don't know what they are. I have no idea. I don't think I've eaten any of these ever. James, let's try it. Let's try the first
These two
one.
are like completely different, even though they're the same brand.
My eyes are drawn to number 3 already, even though I don't know what it is.
Guess I'll take this.
Not letting you see my face. Yeah, so James, what do you think of this one?
I think it's pretty good.
I do think it's good too.
I think I have a good idea about this one. Because, like, I don't think many will be better than this one, but I think that, like, I think this will be, like, not the best.
I thought it was pretty good. Like, good taste. Pepperoni tastes a little different, little odd, but in a good way.
Yeah, it was...
Like, kind of like bacon almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, like, kind of like... It almost had, like, a little, like, spice to it.
Yeah. Number 2 looks similar to number 1.
Yeah, it's... The,
Bottom looks good.
This looks a little different, like,
Yeah.
over here than this one. This one looks more, like, cheesy.
Do a little cheers. People loved when we did the cheers.
This kind of, like, looks like garlic, in a way.
That's not bad.
That one's also, like, a little interesting. It's not the pepperoni like this one. It's, like, it's the flavor of the cheese.
Yeah, that might not just be mozzarella. It might be something else.
Yeah, it's good, though.
Number 3. Number 3 looks really good.
Yeah, that does look good. You can just tell by the cheese. Oh, and it's, like...
It's got other stuff on it, too.
It has, like, the little droop.
Yeah.
And it has the oil.
It looks like... This one looks really good. It looked better than it tasted to me. James is like, it tastes better than it looks.
It's like DiGiorno. Like, very, like, thick crust. I really like it. I think it's, yeah, it's good.
I like how they put these little pieces on of the pepperoni.
And in case anybody's wondering what we have been doing with the frozen pizzas, James, whenever he gets a pizza craving, we've been heating them up for him.
We're not wasting any of the food here, guys. We're not wasting the food on any of the taste tests we do.
Right.
Any of them. All right, let's do number 4, James.
Okay.
Cheers, cheers, cheers. This one is very different.
Very crunchy.
What's different about it?
I taste cheddar cheese in here. Do you taste different cheese in here, James, or not?
Not really. It does taste different.
That one
though.
sounds crunchier.
It's very,
Yeah.
it's like a cracker too.
Yeah.
Kind of like it. Kind of like it. You don't taste cheddar in there, or some other cheese?
I do. I don't think it's cheddar.
Maybe it's Asiago or something. So this is number 2's coming up. Tara's bringing the pizza in from the living room. That's our kitchen. It's our main kitchen. This is an apartment we're in right now. So
It's funny how people think that.
they kept thinking it was like there was an oven in the living room. The oven in the living room.
out of the living room.
That looks great.
Number 5 looks interesting.
Go ahead, let's go. I'll let you pick which one. This is a very, see, like, if I knew these frozen pizzas, I'd be able to identify it, but I can't.
It's like mac and cheese on top.
Maybe you guys can identify this one.
It's weird, but I like it.
I don't have much to say about that one. What do you taste, James?
I think I taste cheddar.
It's okay.
What does the crust taste like?
It tastes very, very much like a cracker.
A cracker crust?
For me, a little way too crispy. All right, James. Number 6. James, what do you have to say about number 5?
Ooh.
Okay. He's all right. James is on to number 6 already.
Moved.
I don't know about that one. The sauce is sweet.
The pepperoni tastes like bacon.
Pepperoni's not bad on there. Okay. I got my rating for that one. James, what do you think about all that? What do you think about the sauce? Is that too sweet?
I don't think it's that sweet.
Yeah,
I
so you like it?
think it's good, yeah.
Okay. Number 7 looks the best out of all of them.
See the bottom.
Yeah, this number 7 looks good. It has an odd taste, but I kind of like it.
Wait, I want to try the crust, actually. I was thinking it was going to be better.
The one thing that I'm going to say before we go into, and we're going to bring these all back together so we can like refine the ratings. before we show you the reveal of what they are. The last one, I agree with a lot of the commenters saying that, Tara, that they was like, you can't compare a margarita against something with meat on it.
So the reason why I bought those boxes was because I was trying to compare a bunch of different brands that I thought were fairly well known, and some of them I couldn't get my hands on. The one thing that all of these have in common is that they have pepperoni on them.
All right, I got all the boxes in back of me. We're gonna do the reveal. Again, I didn't know, James didn't know what they were. Only Tara knows. I will tell you guys, this was extremely difficult to do. I think I had like a kind of a couple clear bottom ones, but scoring a top one was really hard. Do you agree, James?
Yeah, the top 3 for me are all tied.
Yeah.
Like, they're all number 1.
Okay, that makes sense to me. Tara, did you have similar results too?
No, I think I was able to rank mine, but I have to acknowledge that I did know what all of them are. So those biases could be in my head.
Let's reveal. We're going to reveal what number 1 is. What is it, Tara?
Number 1 is Kirkland.
Big box. I mean, what is there, like 4 pizzas in here?
So, yes, that's a 4-pack. It's $13.99 for a 4-pack.
So great, I'm assuming great deal. Okay, all right, so number 1 was Kirkland. Had no idea. James, what did you give number 1?
I gave number 1 a 9.
You gave number 1 a 9, huh? Yeah, so I gave it a 6. It could have easily been, I did have it at a 7 initially, and then I like went through and tasted them and so James, that was one of your high scorers.
Yeah, I thought that one was just okay.
Yeah, mid, you would say?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it wasn't, let's be real here. I mean, like, who's going to turn down a pepperoni pizza? They're all not terrible.
These were all, yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah. So it was really hard to rank. But this one, to me, was just okay.
All right.
Now, I'd still eat it.
Of course. Let's move on to number 2.
Number 2 is Newman's Own.
That is a big surprise to me.
This was $8.49 for one.
For one. So, yeah. I mean, you're getting the discount at Costco. So, James, what did you give this?
I gave it also a 9.
I gave it a 7.
I actually really liked this one.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I thought the pepperoni flavor was really good too.
Yeah, we got a little bit here left, so. Yeah. Stark contrast to Newman's Own sauces that we tried.
Yeah, that's actually really interesting. Like,
so Newman's Own in a lot of these makes, James, they use like commercial kitchens, like companies that will make a batch for them and set to a certain standard, to a certain price point. You know, I did some research now since we're doing so much of this. A lot of the sauces you're buying in different parts of the country are just relabeled with somebody else's brand. It's all the same stuff. Don't know if Newman's Own is a part of that or not. Okay, so let's move on to number 3.
Number 3 is Motor City.
Motor City. This is an awesome looking box. James, awesome looking box, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this thing just makes you want to eat Motor City pizza.
I would buy it.
And this Motor City was $12.99 for 2 pizzas.
What was your score, James?
9.
9, huh? This was an 8. This was my highest score.
I actually thought this one tasted a lot like Pizza Hut. Like
Like DiGiorno, right?
It did. It wasn't my favorite.
I mean,
I'm usually not into the fluffier crusts, though.
You know, I'm not an expert on Detroit pizza, but it's even thicker than, it's supposed to be thicker than a New York Sicilian. Mm-hmm. That's like the claim to fame with it. Okay, moving on to number 4.
Number 4 was Urban Pie.
I've never heard of this one before.
This one was $11.29 for 1 pizza.
This is so important, this cover art, when you are selling these type of pizzas. You are competing, not here in Long Island, but from what I know, like I saw a video of Wisconsin, you are competing against like 800 other brands. So you want to...
That one looks really good.
Good-looking box.
The cover does look really good.
So James, what did you give it?
I gave it a 7 because like it wasn't bad, but
I gave it an 8. I tasted Asiago cheese in it.
Okay, I did taste a different type of cheese in there, and I actually found this one to be like a little too salty for me. Like I found it just, I don't know.
Oh, diced provolone cheese. Yeah, I knew I tasted something different.
Maybe that's
in here.
what it is.
Yeah.
To be fair, though, you'd really have to look at all the cheeses then.
Yeah, I didn't want to get into when you're dealing with pizzas like this, guys. Like even going over the ingredients, that would be an hour-long video because all these pizzas have a lot of ingredients in them. And we'll tell you what our top 3 were at the end. Okay, so now moving on to number 5. This was an odd-looking pizza, right, James?
Yeah.
What was this one, Tara?
This was Sabatasso, and the reason why it's odd looking is because they're sold in individual servings. So it was $12.49 for 12 individual sized servings. And that was from Costco also.
Costco? Okay.
Yes. All the big boxes there were purchased from Costco.
Yeah, because you know Costco's telling these manufacturers, they're like, you want to compete with the big boys, you better put 4 pizzas in there and you better sell it for a really good price. I'm sorry, Sabatasso got my lowest rating. It got a 4.
I gave it a 5. That was my lowest rating.
I actually thought it wasn't bad. I said it was a little crackery, but I still liked the flavor of it.
The texture was the problem for me. Now, maybe it was user error. Maybe it was in the oven a little bit too long.
Yeah, that's how I felt. It was very overcooked.
I did cook them based on the manufacturer's recommendation.
Okay. We don't want to have a penalty or anything like that.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have much to say about it. That's it. But you liked it, Tara, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, number 6.
Number 6 was Screamin' Sicilian.
Okay.
This was one of the ones that we had so
lots
many
of people were
telling us about.
Yeah, a lot of people were screaming about this one in the comment section. All right. Well, James, what did you give it?
I like this one. I gave it an 8. Like, I know you said the sauce tasted too sweet, but I think it was one of the best sauces out of all of them.
I gave it a 6. I said it had a lot of sauce. It definitely had a lot of sauce, which is good or bad. Depending if you like a lot of sauce, you will love this one.
I do like a lot of sauce.
I could see like if you like this probably checks the boxes for a certain pizza eater, and that's why probably a lot of people were saying that they loved it.
So I liked this one. I thought that the pepperoni had a little bit of funk, like a barnyard type flavor that guanciale would have.
Bacon, right?
Which is not, I didn't taste bacon, but it tasted like that little barnyard flavor, which is not a bad thing. So I think the pepperoni in this one, is it possible that it was better quality, or maybe I don't know.
Pepperoni, I mean, this is all from the same animal.
Yeah. So I don't know. That one I thought was interesting, and I did like it. The last one was Freschetta.
So I felt like there was a lot of comments about this one in the last one too.
It definitely looks the best.
It's a nice looking box. Really nice looking box. That's about all I can say for it though. It got a 3 from me.
A 3? I gave it an 8.
That's okay. It's okay. It tasted extremely artificial to me. The dough tasted artificial.
I thought that too. It tasted kind of odd. In fact, I had to cleanse my palate multiple times to try and get rid of any bias or any other flavor. And it's still, with each taste, I was not a fan. I did taste something artificial and I can't pinpoint it. But I'm with both of you. I thought, based on how it looked, that it was going to taste really good. So I was just a little disappointed with that one.
So let's order, you think it tastes pretty good? Let's order our top 3. We're gonna do 3, 2, 1. Tara, what was number 3 for you?
So don't get mad at me, but my number 3 was Sabatassos.
Okay. James, what was your number 3?
What was Sabatassos?
The little ones.
That's the individual ones. The crackery one. That's why I said the both of you don't get mad at me.
What came in 3rd place for you, James?
The Kirkland came in 3rd place for me.
And number 3 for me was NEWMAN'S Own. Tara, what was your number 2?
My number 2 was Screamin' Sicilian.
James?
My number 2 was NEWMAN'S Own.
My number 2 was Urban Pie. And Tara, what was your number 1?
My number 1 was NEWMAN'S Own.
And James, what was your number 1?
My number 1 was Motor City.
That was my number 1 as well. So the 2 Jameses saying Motor City is the best one. You get 2 big pies, and it was heavy box, right?
Yeah,
Tara?
it's hefty. It gets cooked in its own shell.
It was a good
Or
price,
not
too.
shell, but it gets cooked in its own container.
Wasn't it $12?
Box is tremendous.
$12.99
57
for
ounces.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
57 ounces. So, Motor City, give us a call.
I think that's like the best deal out of all of them, because like
No, you're in like really good deal territory with
Yeah.
these. Costco's the best, guys. I mean, for everything, not just frozen pizzas, for cheese, for olive oil.